Hello students, how are you? I hope all are fine. First of all, I am Mr. K. Selvamani sitting in front of you. I like all of you invite our YouTube channel. This is Python video lesson number 44. In previous lesson, that is Python video lesson number 43, we studied about how to create one database. Into one database, how we can create one table. After that, how we can insert some of the records into already existing or already created table. That is what we study. The problem is some of the students knows Oracle, Access, MySQL, can able to understand. Some of the students placed a request, they cannot understand. What do you mean you are using create table as well as insert? They have some doubt. They send the request to me through WhatsApp message. So I like to clear the doubts. Afterwards, I will go to today's lesson. First, I like to open the previous program. This is our program, that is 136. Here, some of the statements are difficult to understand for the beginners, those don't know the database. So here, no problem. Connection 1 equal to SQLite 3.connect, academic.db. So this academic.db is a name of the database, If it is already exist, it will be open. Otherwise, it will be created and open. That is the concept. If it already exists, it will be open. If it is not, it will be created and then open. Good. So the problem is here we are using SQL1 equal to within triple quotes create table, student, roll number, integer, yes name. So we are having this one. So this is the statement which is used to create one table in the name of student. Okay. So here we are having 4 statements. Insert into students values 101, Selvam, AM 92.50, 1975, 77. These are the statements which are used to insert records into the table, which is already created by using create table. That is the concept. Now I will explain these 2 statements first. SQL statement. So these SQL statements are used to create table, inserting records, viewing or retrieving the records, as well as deleting the records, as well as deleting the table. Okay, so we can write it here. Create table, inserting records. First one is create a table. Next one is inserting records. Third one, retrieving. Deleting records. Fourth one. Deleting records. Fifth one. Deleting table. So many SQL statements are there. Out of this, first we will see these 5 statements. After we go for extra addition statement. First one is creating table. Okay, the table command is create table. Create table is a command which is used to create a new table. What about syntax? Syntax already you know how we can use this command. That is the syntax. First create table. Create table. We have to give one table name here. Table name. Whatever name you want, you can give. In our example program, that is 136, we gave us a student. After that, field name. Field name 1. Comma. Field name 1 space. Data type. Data type 1. Comma. Similarly, field number. Field name 2. Comma. Data type 2. It keeps on moving. 3, 4, 5, 6. How many field you need it? You can follow like this. After that, field name n. That means n number of field you can create. Data type n. At last, close bracket, 1 semicolon. That's all. Each and every SQL statement should be ended with a semicolon. Create table, table name. Here, table name may be whatever you want. Field name, whatever you want. The field name, this is the data type of the field name. Field name 2, data type of 2, so on after field name n, data type of 2. Example, that is what we studied here. See it here. Same command. Create table. Create table, table name, student name. Student. This is the field name 1. This is the data type of field 1. That means roll number is a first field. Into the roll number, we can able to type only number without decimal place. This is the second field name, yes name. Varchar 2 of 20. In yes name, we can able to type, that means under yes name, we can able to type only alpha as well as numeric. Maximum characters allowable is 20. Section char 1. That means under section, I can able to type only single alphabet. Similarly, gender, char of 1. So under gender, I can able to type only single alphabet. Average decimal. Under average, I can able to type only numbers with decimal places. Maximum decimal place should be 2. Birth date. Under birth date, I can able to type only date. That is my date. So create table is the command name. Student is a table name. If you want, you can create as a teachers. These are the field name as well as data type. Field name, data type, field name, data type, field name, data type, field name, data type, field name as well as data type. By executing this command, so student table will be created with roll number, yes name, section, gender, average, birth date as a field. But it will not contain any records. That means original data, 101, Selvam, A, M, will not contain. Okay, how we can insert records? That is the question. So second one is inserting record. Command is insert into values. Here field name, that is table name, insert into table name. So we can simply insert into syntax. How we can use this insert command? Syntax is insert into, here table name. Insert into table name, after that values, open bracket. So under roll number, we must enter one number, that is values. Value 1, comma, value 2, comma. Similarly, it goes on. If your table contains only 2 fields, it is enough. 2 values are enough. If your value contains n number of fields, value n. So as usual, each and every SQL statement should be ended with a semicolon. Okay. Now we can example. See it here. Insert into student. The student should be already created. Values. Within bracket, 101 is a value for field name 1. Selvam is a value for field name 2, that is S name. Similarly, A will be stored under section, M will be stored under gender, 92.50 will be stored under average, 1975-0707 will be stored under birthday. So likewise, if you are having 4 records to insert, you can use insert into student values, open bracket, close bracket, 102, Sarika, B, F, like this, we go to insert. So now, these are the statements which is used to create one table as well as inserting records into already created table. So if it is you are using MySQL as well as SQL Server, any database, that is DBMS, directly you can execute this command, only to worry. But our aim is we want to access the DBMS with the help of Python. So these statements should be stored into one string variable. This statement or this statement should be stored into one string variable. After that, that string variable should be executed with the help of execute. Cursor one dot execute. That is what we should do. Now we will go through the program. See it here. We are creating one collection after cursor one. This is SQL1 is a string which has SQL statement which is used to create a new table that is called as name with this field. Okay. So cursor one dot execute SQL1. This SQL1 means create table, student, roll number, everything. So one new table in the name of student will be created. Good. After that, the SQL1 is a string which contains insert into student values, which is used to insert a new record into already created table that is called as a student. So this statement should be execute. That is why cursor one dot execute. After the SQL1 is similarly same thing. One more record, third record, fourth record. So table is created. Into the table, 4 records are added. These are temporary. So we want to make it as a permanent. How? That is why connection one dot commit. It makes changes made to database as a permanently. After that, we close the connection. That's all. Now table in the name of student is created. Into the table, we are inserting 4 records. You know that. So the problem is how we can retrieve the data. How we can retrieve the data. That is what we must know. So 3 to 4 days before, that is Python video lesson 43, we created one database that is called as academic.db. Into the database, we created one table, student. Into the student table, we are inserting or storing 4 records. Now, I want to write one more program to retrieve or view the records already stored into student table. That is what I'm having. So See it here, retrieving records. For to retrieve a record, command is select. Command is select. So select is a command which is used to retrieve or view the records already stored into one table. So what is the syntax? So select star from table. Very simple. Semicolon. Example. Select star from. What is the table name here? We are using student. So student. That's all. Very simple. So whatever records available in the student will be retrieved. So that's okay. Now one more problem occurs. How we can access individual records. That is the concept. See it here. Here. So there are three methods are there. These are Python method. One is fetch. Two records. We can put it to fetch. So already records are retrieved using select star from student. To fetch records table. Three ways are there. Three types are there. Three methods are used or functions are used. One is fetchall. Fetchall is a one function used in Python which is used to fetch all records. From name itself you can understand all records from table, student table. B is fetch1. It will retrieve records one by one. If your table contains 4 records, you must use fetch1 4 times. If it is a fetch all, one fetch all is enough to retrieve all the 4 records. Fetch next row or next record. Next record. Table. What is it? Third one is fetchmany. If you want to retrieve 3 records, you could go for n number of records. You should go to fetchmany. Fetchmany. To fetch next n number of records. Number of records. Table. You can either call it as a table or query set or result set. Result set. Result is nothing but a output from a this statement. I will explain you while writing program. So to retrieve the records from already existing or already creating table, SQL statement is select star from table name. So since we are using student as a table, it has 4 records. So select star from student should be SQL statement. First, that statement should be executed. Okay, it will retrieve all the records from the table and store into record set. Okay, from the record set, if you want to fetch records, 3 methods are used. One is fetch all, which is used to fetch all the records from the result set. If you want to fetch only one record, you should go for fetchone. If you want to fetch n number of records, you should go to fetchmany. Now I will write one program how we can retrieve records from the table. We explain to show or retrieve records of table using fetchall. First way, as usual, first you have to import SQLite Lite 3 because SQLite 3 is a one model which having all the methods necessary to fetch to access SQL statement. We must create one connection one dot equal to SQLite 3 dot connect. Here we have to mention academy dot in single quotes. Already we studied this one. If academy table is already exists, it will be open. Otherwise, it will be newly created and then it will be open. That's what is over. Now we have to create one cursor one equal to connection one dot cursor. It will create a one cursor. Now we have to write one SQL statement that will be stored into string, that is SQL1. What statement? Already we studied. Select star from table. Table means here we are using student. So each and every statement should be enclosed within triple quotes ended with a semicolon. Okay. Now we must execute the statement because this SQL1 contains is a string which contains select star from student. We must execute this SQL1 statement. Then only it will be executed. Now cursor one dot execute SQL1. And it will be executed. That means all the 4 records now will be stored into cursor1. Now we have to retrieve, we have to fetch all the statements from the cursor1. How we have to result set, we have to create result equal to cursor1 dot fetch all. That's all very simple. This fetch all is used to fetch all the records which are stored in cursor1 and it is stored into result. Now result holds all the 4 records. Now we can print. Very simple. That's all. After that, we have to close. Connection one dot commit. Then connection one dot close. Okay, that's good. So I will check it once again. SQLite connection is created. Academy.db cursor one is created. SQL1 equal to select star from student. Okay. So we are executing the SQL statement. Cursor one dot execute. Now cursor one all the records. There is 4 records from the student table. Fetch all is used to fetch all the records from the cursor that will be stored into result. This result is displayed here. After that, connection one dot commit, connection one dot close. So now I will save this program in the name of 137. Now I will run the program. We will show the output. See it here. All the records available in student is displayed here. 101 Selvam AM 92.5. So everything is good. So resultant of the fetch all is a one list. It contains tuples. It contains all the records in the form of tuples. Okay. Now that's you understand. I think you understand everything now well. That's good. My problem is instead of displaying all in one row, I need one by one. So result is a nested list. it contains tuple. All the 4 records in the form of tuple. 4 tuples it contains. I want to display it. Individual rows. So 4 rows I need it. 101, 102, 103, 104 likewise. That's also very simple. We can save this program in another name. Small changes we can make it. Good. So instead of year, so result as 4 tuple. So we can use one for loop for record in result inside print of row. That's all very simple. So result contains one list. That list contains 4 tuples. First tuple will be stored into row. That means 101 Selvam AM 92.50 1975 77. That will be displayed. After that, second tuple 102 Sarika will be stored in print. That will be displayed. That's all very simple. You will see 101 all these tuples. Now you know how to retrieve all the records from the table. Next, we are going to study about how we can retrieve only one record. That is with the help of fetch. That is with the help of fetch1. So very simple. We can save this program in some other name. 139 to show only one record. To show only one record, only one next record. Only one next record of table using fetch1. So everything is same. Here instead of fetch all, it should be fetch1. That's good. So here no need to worry about table because we are having only one record. Directly we can print. Directly we can print. Very simple. So everything is same. SQL is a statement which is used to retrieve all the records from the student. Now all the record will be retrieved. That will be stored into cursor. No problem. Cursor one has all the 4 records, but we need first record only. So fetch1 is enough. Fetch1 retrieves the next record. The cursor is starting first record, pointing to first record. That record only will be stored into result. That's all. We will see it here. 139. It will come only 101 Selvam here. If you again once again run it, you will get 102 Sarika. If again only fetch1, 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 4 times returns, 4 record will become. That's okay. Next thing is fetchmany. So there, I want to retrieve only 2 records. I want to retrieve only next to 2 records. How we can get fetchmany? I will say the same program in some other name. That is 140. Only n number of records. Number of records, n number of next record. By default, cursor will be available point to first record. I want to fetch 2 records. Fetchmany. Here I have to mention how many records you need it. Okay, so the result everything is same. Here, once I like to inform you, since we are using select star from student, all these 4 records available in student that will be stored in cursor one. Cursor one contains all the 4 records. That's not a problem. But we need only first 2 records. That is why cursor one dot fetchmany of 2. So now result has only 2 records, 101, 102. That will be displayed in the form of list. That list contains result is a list. That list contains 2 tuples, 101, 102. You will see it here. See. So similarly, if you want to see one row contains only one record, we should go for loop. For row in result. Row in result. Print row. That's all. Now result contains only two records in the form of tubles. That's all. Let's say run it. See here. Now this no more needed. We can remove it. So result is a list of tubles. Very simple. Now you understand what is SQL statements, how to create a one table, how to insert some of the records, how to view or how to show records available in table using create table command, as well as insert as well as select from table. So in addition to that, there are two more concepts of that: deleting records, deleting table. That we will see in the coming lesson, no problem. So here to fetch records from the table, how we can retrieve the table. So select star from table name is the SQL command which is used to retrieve all the records, and that will be stored into one result set. Okay. If it's from the result set, if you want to fetch all the records, you should go for fetch all. If you want to fetch one by one, you should go for fetch one. If you want to retrieve many number of records, you should go for fetchmany. That is what we study. Now you understand, I think you understand what you mean by SQL statement. What are the statements used to create a one table, insert a table, how we can retrieve the data records from the table. So I hope all of you enjoyed this lesson. I stopped here itself. In next lesson, we will study a little bit more. Until then, thank you students. Bye-bye.